All right, guys, let's go and get this started. Yes, yes. Now we can do the NEMOPHILA album review. Now that I've listened to it many, many times. How many times have you listened to it? All right. I mean, is your number bigger than mine? Huh? Only 17. What, I'm gonna exaggerate? Be like, 37. No, but yeah, the NEMOPHILA new album, Evolve, has been released everywhere. It's available on streaming as well. You will be able to stream it on iTunes or whatever, Spotify, YouTube Music. Okay, so everyone who's a NEMOPHILA fan is enjoying it, right? They're listening to it, and I'm hearing good things. I've been reading a lot of comments, definitely in the for the various songs. I've been paying close attention in social media, and people are saying some really good things about the album, and it's deserved. It's really deserved. I think this album is more NEMOPHILA than the previous one, Seize the Fate. It's more like, if I would describe it, with just like, I guess a tweet, if you will. It's pretty much NEMOPHILA like Ultra. It's like NEMOPHILA, but in the NEMOPHILA sound that you heard from the first album, but just intensified, cranked up to 10. No, go even further. Crank it up to 11. Okay, do the whole Spinal Tap thing. Crank it up to 11. It's Ultra NEMOPHILA. What I mean by Ultra NEMOPHILA is that, like, every song is like, there's a lot of layers. Am I quoting Shrek here? Layers? NEMOPHILA song is like an onion. Onions have layers. Now, I don't know why that came to mind right now. But no, there are layers. There are layers to these songs. What I'm saying is, the songs go by quickly. They go by really quick, and it's like there's a lot crammed in every song, and it's like, my only real complaint is that, and this is kind of like what I said with Seized Fate, is that some of these songs kind of felt like you could have allowed some moments to kind of breathe a little. Like, all those times I've listened to this album so far, I do catch something new every time. But it's like, it goes by so fast that this is perfect if you have ADD. Because every song, there's some little element, something else that happens in the background or something beneath the guitars, or might be some like little effects going on here, or another guitar layered on it, maybe some piano effects, maybe some weird voices in the background. Be like, what's that? Am I hearing things? No, that's there. Okay, what? There's a song that has, I think, well sounds. The song Alive, I think. I'm not sure what sound that is. I'm gonna go with well, which is cool, and I'll tell you why. Because it reminds me of Ozzy Osbourne's "No More Tears," which also has well sounds in it, and that song is legendary. Okay. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot going on there, and like, which is a good thing. Which means every time you listen to a NEMOPHILA song, especially off this album, you're gonna catch different things. You'll be like, "Wow, I didn't even know that was there. I didn't know that little ear candy electronic stuff was even in that song." Okay, just little things. But sometimes though, it's kind of like, it would kind of be cool to let things breathe a little bit, like solos, for example. We're gonna get into that here. So, the way I do my album reviews is pretty simple. I will judge the album based on how many songs on the album I would skip. Okay? I look at each song and I ask, would I never skip this song? Would I sometimes skip this song? Would I always skip this song? Very simple. Very simple. And I guess you can kind of figure out if I wouldn't skip that song. That's the point. We're talking about 10 songs here. So the best this album can do is 10 out of 10. All right. Well, very simple. Very simple. Now, of course, I'm a NEMOPHILA fan here. Might be biased. There is that. But I'm hesitating. It's not perfect. We'll get into that. We'll get into that here. I think, and by the way, for those watching right now, what do you think of the album? And if you come in later and you're in the comments section, definitely let me know what do you think of the album right now, or what do you think of the album? Phoenix 20 says, I still don't know if I love this album over Seize the Fate because the album was amazing in my eyes. This album though is on another level. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, Seize the Fate, I really enjoyed that album. Some consider it to be a little weaker than their first album because of the, I guess, the variety. I was a defender of the second album. I still will defend it. I think, like if you preferred what you heard from, like, okay, if you liked Seize the Fate and Ray of Light and songs like Inten and Zen, you get a lot of that in this album. I feel like you get more songs like that in this album than you did, or that's just what it is. You do have two ballads though. You have two ballads, and then you have one that honestly could probably just have been something else, but it is there, and that's the band's decision. But we'll get into that. Let's do it song by song, huh? Hey, you can guess which song it is. That would be that I'm looking at as like the kind of weaker song on this album here. All right, and see if you're right. Starting with Enigma. Enigma is the opening track. I think it's a solid opener track there. I like the intro of it. I like how it the arrangement of it all is really good. With Enigma, it kind of reminds me of a few other NEMOPHILA songs too, in particular. A little bit of like So Rye and a little bit of like Back to the Wild kind of mixed together. Like you get the kind of crowd cheering, like So Rye is a song that really requires, I think, the crowd to really participate. It encourages the crowd to participate. You get a lot of that in this song. There's a lot of like, you even hear it in the mix. You hear like, put into the mix, the sound of a crowd cheering. Okay. All right. Chanting or whatever, or like listening. And then you have the Back to the Wild elements would be like the very heavy drumming. Don't get that twisted. I'm not talking about fast, rapid drumming. Enigma is not that. The Enigma tempo is actually quite. It's not intense. It's just the drumming sounds very hard. It sounds very heavy. There's a lot of power in the drums, but it's actually a pretty steady tempo. If anything, it kind of reminds me. I mentioned this before. A Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe song, a little bit like that. It's just more production going on with it. Okay, yeah. So I really like this. I like the drum and bass mechanic there. I would not. This is actually a song so far. 17 times listening to this album, I don't skip this song. I really like the song. I let it play through. I think the mid part is. It's so with me. Okay, I'll tell you this. Around the middle part, maybe it's because I've listened to the song so many times now. I'm like, okay. There's some parts in the middle that are okay-ish, but it's not like my favorite song overall because of that. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll do sometimes skip. This song. That's what we'll do there. Okay. Rise. Now, see, this song we are very familiar with. We've already heard it quite a bit. It takes elements of like, I think I would say like a previous NEMOPHILA songs like Revive and Ray of Light and kind of cram them together, ramp up the mix a bit, and make it ultra NEMOPHILA, like I said before. Like I said, in the framing of this whole review, what I think this album, ultra NEMOPHILA. Okay? They take what works with their stuff, they know their sound, and they just, you know what, we're going to ramp it up. And this is a song, if you like you heard before, it has a very good, like, pumped up flow to it. it is like a song that you would do cardio or lift to. Like I lift, like I do cardio, right? Except for in the morning. Hey, I make sure my stuff still works. What am I saying? Nope. Disregard that. What I'm saying is Rise is a song that has it has the screaming and the singing. It has intensity, but yet it has a sweetness to it. It has intensity and a softness. It is like the bitter, sweet, sort of song that you could come to get used to with NEMOPHILA. A nice solo work there, and I did not know this, but apparently the lyrics were done by Mayu. Oh, look at that! Look at that. Okay, cool. Do I skip this song? I do not skip this song. There is the answer there, so it gets a solid point there. OSKR, which I used to pronounce as Oscar, which, let's get some visuals here on the screen here, because there's like, well, what are we talking about here? Okay, let's put this. There you go. OSKR, which I used to pronounce as Oscar. This song is like my favorite on the album. This one is, there is so much going on here. And this is one of those examples of a song that has so many things crammed into like I think the song's only like 3 minutes long. Where's my, I was listening, why was I listening to Black Label Society? That gets into another, that gets into a song here. We'll get into it. There's a song on this album that reminds me, no, actually, let me leave this up. Let me go to, I was looking for how long Oscar is. OSKR. 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Not long. I mean, I guess it's decent length for a song, but it doesn't sound long. Like, it's over and done. It's just, I guess the pacing of it, it's so boom, 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 go, go, go. It's very new metal. The riff is very Slipknot-like. It just starts off right away like it's gonna start some crap. It starts off like that. Listen to this intro. I could play this intro. That intro there. I mean, yeah, sure, a lot of bands use that, but it's a very effective sound, and I think it goes real well with NEMOPHILA. I think the way they executed that and the tones that they put on top of the guitar, it's not just distorted guitar going on here. There's something else in the background. Right? You hear the guitar tone? I'm not sure what's going on there, or what's in the mix and that distortion to make it sound like that. But I like it. I described this song here overall because it starts off like it's going to start some crap, and then you have the rapid pacing. There's a lot of shifts in it. There's just rapid fire intensity, and just ramps up and builds up for the chorus here. The chorus is very sweet, like you come to expect from NEMOPHILA. So I describe this as sugar on brass knuckles to the face. Brass knuckles to the face, but there's a little coating of sugar on it. That is this song here. I don't know what OSKR means, by the way. I'm very curious about this, and to find out what that means, we're gonna have to talk to Umi, U-M-E, Umi. That was who's credited for writing the lyrics for this song. I don't know who that person is, but there's a solo in OSKR, but if you didn't, but it starts and ends like so fast. So fast. It's like it's almost like it didn't even happen. It like you heard it. You know it was like, oh, that was cool. But it's fleeting. It's like, I wish they would come back to it and do more with it. It was kind of cool. Let it breathe a little, you know? I know 3 minutes and 47 seconds is, I guess, a long song for NEMOPHILA, but like, hey, if you want to extend the solo, I don't think we would complain about that. Make the song go 4 minutes, you know? Anyway, so this is a song I definitely would not skip. Get the full on point for me. Then we have Amaterasu, which I noticed on the YouTube playlist here. It's called Love Taraz. So I don't know what the deal with that is. but Amaterasu, we'll just call it that. This is the Bollywood sounding song that you probably heard about, people talk about. It's kind of like a little bit of like a hypnosis way, mixed with some other songs you might be familiar with NEMOPHILA, just ramped up. Just that's gonna be a continuous theme with this album. It is ultra NEMOPHILA, okay? Like this, that dude, I'm loving this sound. This song is very experimental. It does sound different. When I say experimental, think, like I said, hypnosis. It does have that Bollywood India sound to it. It even has a little bit of N10. That song from Seize the Fate that had the Japanese percussions, but instead of Japanese percussions and those sort of sounds, it has sounds I guess you would associate with like India or Bollywood or whatever you want to say. Okay, here's a preview. All right, I'll pause and play it again. Okay, you hear the drums? You hear those drums there? Yeah, that's the song we're talking about. If you played Command & Conquer Generals, this song might be for the GLA. Okay, that's what we're talking about, if that makes any sense to you. But what I think of this song, I think this song is really good. There's a lot of intensity here, but it's also a song that just gets you up and moving. Mayu is raising the crowd with this song. Mayu is commanding the crowd with the song to jump up and dance and get moving. The bass is a dominating force here. There's times where you really hear it, and there's times where you know it's there. You hear it a little bit. I bet you when they play it live, like you will feel it. You will be undeniable. Be like, oh yeah, there we go. Because there's a bass presence throughout this whole song that's kind of like moving it. That and the drums and all that too. Okay. Anyway, another great build up to the chorus. A slick, groovy riffs, and it just has like this song feels like it's dancing. The way it's all arranged there. But yeah. Oh, another example of a lot of things being layered in the mix. In the chorus, the sound is so thick. There's a lot of things going on. Not only is there some heavy riffing from the guitars, there's even, if you pay close ear to it, there's even a wall. There's even a wall little effect going on there, a wall pedal, okay? I thought it was crazy at first when I noticed it. I was like, wait, what? What's going on back there? What's going on beneath the heavy guitar and the bass and the drumming? What's else in here? I know there's like some like electronica stuff, like keyboards and stuff. I was like, but it's so low in the mix that at first you probably won't even notice it. Especially if you're just listening to it with these, okay? You'd be like, I think there's something else in there. But that's what I'm saying. There's like so much crammed in. It's kind of, it kind of reminds me of this cover. How there's like a lot of stuff thrown on this cover. Be like, what's going on here? But whereas the cover might be like, whoa, I think musically, these songs work with it. It's like every element kind of like, it just, it gives more presence for that song overall. Anyway, so really like this song. Definitely would not skip it. Definitely is a goddess worship song there. Oh, and it's a Hazuki song. Hazuki, the guitarist that you wouldn't know she's a guitarist if you were to see her. Be like, I think she's a librarian. Okay, then we have Odyssey. Odyssey is self-explanatory. That song is amazing. Definitely would not skip that song. This might be their best ballad yet. Odyssey is so freaking powerful. It's like Life, Game Over. Now I know some people really like Life. Life is a really good song. Life is a ballad, and I really love Life. I love Life, guys. I love Life. Did you know that? Do you like Life or do you love Life? Put a heart emoji if you love Life. Okay, let me know in the comment section if you love Life. If not, I guess do you have? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't love Life? Anyway, I think this ballad exceeds their others. I think I talked about that already. And the reason why, I guess I'm going to say this, it's going to sound like any other ballad, I suppose. There's a gentleness to it. It's like the way it's all arranged, the way it's composed, you know. It starts off so soft, so gradual. You have the piano and a nice acoustic guitar going on there. It's soft, it's soothing, and they just know how to hold the notes and just deliver, slow and steady drumming, slow and steady pacing. Just hit you hard with those notes. The notes, you know what I'm talking about, the ones you feel, right? The right combination of Mayu's voice, the guitars, the piano, the drumming, the hi-hats that are going on when Tommy was doing. It's like, it feels like you're listening to a drama, okay? It's like this. It's a good song. It's an amazing song. Okay. It's a perfect 80s ballad. All right. It's amazing. What's the song that was in the movie? I should know this. I should know this song. It was an Armageddon. Hold on. I don't want to miss the thing. I don't want to. Aerosmith. I'm telling you, man. I'm not kidding with you. It's on that level. It is on as far as ballads go. It's on that level of like Aerosmith. I don't want to miss a thing. Okay. Like, it is so good. It is so good. Now, you know, due to barriers and language barriers and all this, I don't see the song ever like growing like that over here in the States. But there's a power there. There's a good song. Then we get to Alive. I make it sound as if Alive is a bad song. Let me take a shot before I do this, because Alive, let me tell you something, is a bad song. It is so bad, it's bad to the freaking bone. It's bad, it is evil, it's wicked. It is so bad, it's good. Alive is an amazing song. Let's play a little sample of it. Let's play like 1 second of it. Okay? Right from the drum. You heard the drum beat, right? Right from the drum beat. And what sounds like a well. I mean, is that a well? What sound is that? Let me crank up this volume so you guys can hear. What is that sound that's being played? Is that a baby? Is it a baby? Now I hear it. I think it's a baby. Whoa. I'm impressed. Okay. What? But that beat, that sound, something's about to go down. And then comes Haraguchi-san. Okay. All right. We're going to drop some bass here. You ready for the brown note? Because you're about to hear it. Oh, man. This song, Alive, is one of my favorite songs. Absolutely, hands down. I like it better than OSKR. Alive is a song I could listen to on repeat. Oh, it is so good. I wrote so many notes here. on this one. First of all, let me tell you something. It's a Haraguchi song. Haraguchi-san song. She wrote this one. Okay, she wrote it. Lyrically, I think, here's a credit for lyrics. Mayu. Okay, so we need to ask Mayu what the baby was about. Maybe Haraguchi-san. Maybe there was a baby during the recording on set. Okay, maybe that's what that sound was. I don't know. But I love this song from the start to the end. Oh, I wrote down well sound because at the time I was thinking it was a well sound, And I was thinking Ozzy No More Tears, which is a legendary song. This song has a killer bass intro, okay? Very sick intro, right? Yeah. This song, when you listen to it, it sounds like the setup of someone about to kick some ass, kick some serious ass. It's going to break you. And Mayu's spitting fire in this song. Like, really cool rapid rapping in the beginning. And like she's serious. Like she's seriously going to throw down. There's some cool drum effects. There's cool effects going on throughout this whole song. It's another one of the songs with there's many layers here. There's a lot of stuff going on here. And then the chorus is actually surprisingly light. Let me say something. This song is... The only break from it is the chorus, and it's brief, and it's actually a little fluffy, kind of poppy, as you would expect from NEMOPHILA, I suppose. I wrote this to characterize this song. It's like that edgy bad girl. But, you know, the edgy bad girl with that leather jacket or whatever. She's looks like she's pissed off or whatever. She's staring at you. She looks grumpy or whatever. But if you ask nicely, maybe she'll smile. You ask nicely, maybe she'll... Hey, maybe if you're lucky, she may come up to you and ask for a smoke if you have one, or if you have a light. And you'd be like, sure. But you give her that light, and all of a sudden she goes Amber Heard on you and goes psycho, goes borderline personality disorder, because that's what goes on in the song. Midway through, on the middle part of the song, it totally shifts. That fluffy niceness in the chorus, and that edge you heard in the beginning, all of a sudden it just gets more intense. And there's a part in the song I'm like, holy crap! I was on. We could play it. We could play that. We could play that part. Let's see. Well, okay. Let me adjust the volume here. That's the chorus, as you expect. As a sort of chorus, like the poppy sound happens round about here, I think. Okay, it's about to ramp up, and here we go. Okay, hold on. We're getting closer. It's about 1:33, I would say. We're at 1:31 when it happened. Let's see. What did I say? That's what it happens. That's when it ramps up. And it just goes harder from there. Okay. But there's some soft parts of this song, though. It kind of shifts back and forth. It's like a pissed off harpy. I wrote that down there, too. Okay. All right, so yeah. It's a Haraguchi-san song, which is very cool. I think she has another song credited to her, and that's Zen, which is also a really good song. Definitely would not skip. It was a really good song. Night Flight. Okay, Night Flight is a song I defended. I thought it was a really good song. I still do. I think it's a good song. It is a good NEMOPHILA song. It serves its purpose. It's a competent, well-produced NEMOPHILA song. It has a very... Look, some people may not like that song for what it is. And that's okay, because they may not like that particular style. But it is done in a way, it's made particularly to be like that sort of like party metal song. It is like just a party song. You're literally just dancing in the song. That's part of the song. And you dance along with the band. It's like really simple, ultra 80s with like a little bit of hard metal to it, metalcore stuff in the background. I have to question though. I got to listen to this some more. Is there something more in this particular mix, or maybe I just noticed this more on the topic of ultra NEMOPHILA, putting in like layers and layers of things into their songs to just make things even better. Night Flight. This is like, I've listened to the song like 17 times, right? Before leading up to this stream, I was like, wait a second. I think during the verse and the chorus, there's like these like ear candy effects or whatever that make it sound like you're listening. There's an effect that goes on throughout Night Flight. There's a sound to it, like a presence that it sounds like you're at an arcade. It sounds like you are on the casino floor at, like, you know, Caesar's Palace or the Bellagio or something. Okay, it sounds crazy. It sounds like, but it's intended. It's cool, but it's weird at the same time. It's a fun song, but I will say this: it's not a new song. In fact, it's a song that has been out for so long now that it's kind of... I may not skip it. I don't always skip it, but there's a chance that I will. So, and it's honestly a song that I feel like this slot probably would have been better served with another song. Maybe another song that they... it could have been when they have other songs that they haven't officially released yet. You know, it could have been one of those. But then we go from Night Flight and we go back into like the intense metalcore stuff. We're going to Justice here. Justice is a pretty intense song. Definitely would not skip that song there. Right from the beginning, the intense drumming, it sounds like it's counting down. It's like a you know, it's just like it's counting down to just a wall of sound, like a wall of sound that just dominates throughout the whole song, verse and chorus and everything. It's like this thick, sludgy sound, and with a poppy chorus, like a chorus that's really bright and poppy and more popish there, you know. But then it's like there's a part where like the down-tuned guitars and the low notes actually find some sort of like they find some high notes, they find some brightness there. Okay. And then there's a part where the song totally shifts and goes, and then you hear like acoustic guitars at one point in the song. But going back to the beginning, what I said, I wish they made these songs, some of these songs, some parts of it anyway, like giving them room to breathe. Because in Justice, there's so many different change-ups that happen, and they happen so quickly, and the segments are so short, it's like it almost didn't even happen. Now, maybe it's better that way, but I'm curious what they would do with like an extended version of some of these songs. Because it's like, wait, there was a whole segment in Justice where there's like acoustic guitars, and I say that, you're probably like, no, there wasn't. Dude, there is a part where acoustic guitar is played. It happens so quickly, like you don't even notice it. There's a solo Justice. There's two of them. Actually, I think three of them, because I think the last one is like a twin. I think they're both playing. I think Hazuki and Saki are both playing solos. There's even some bass slapping going on in Justice. Now, this song has an interesting credit. Lyrically, it's credited to someone named Gassy. I don't know who that is. I don't know if they're describing me. Either eat a bunch of chili, but there is that. Yeah. At this point, as I was listening to this album again for this review, I was like, man, I think I just wrote "Let It Breathe" and just let all these songs breathe, man. Just let it breathe. I think I had that same thought with "Seize the Fate" album, by the way, too. Am I the only one who thinks that way? Justice could work as a perfect anime opening song. It sounds like it, huh? Even with the voiceover, that voice, it's like they use a sample. It sounds like it's from an anime. It sounds like an anime dub. It's just someone saying that what? Justice without war is power, but war without justice is tyrannical. But it took me a little while to understand what the last word was. I was like, Tylennical? Tylennicar? Okay, no, I'm messing. But anyway, then we have two more songs. Hammer Down. Hammer Down is a pretty heavy song. Hammer Down lives up to its name. Right away from the start, it sounds like it's hammering you hard with, oh yeah, it's gonna hammer you hard, all right. Let me show you something. Let me play this. This is the reason why I was listening to Black Label Society. Pause. Keep in mind. Hold on. I'm just gonna play this, okay? Okay. Now, there is a difference. I can hear the difference for sure. But the reason why I'm bringing that, every time Hammer Fall or Hammer Down would play, like as it's playing, all I could hear in that space of distortion between the drums and the guitar, there's like the space, right? I don't know how else to describe it. My ear would insert the sound of Zakk Wylde of Black Label Society singing right there. And I was like, why is that happening? Why is my mind messing with me that way? And like, I know they're different, but all I could really notice were like the similarities. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, I can't get it. I can't get it out of my head. Like if you put his you could put that in the song and it would fit. That probably just me. Probably I'm the only one who thinks that way. But that does not affect my review of this song, though. That was just a sidebar conversation, okay? What do I think of this song? Not skip. It gets a full on one for me. I'll tell you why. Okay? Yeah, it is. It does. Kind of similar to Justice. There is this focus on like the root note and just kind of. But this one in more particular, though. It likes to hit hard on this one particular note. I couldn't tell you what note it is or anything. You know, I'm not that level. I'm not even really a musician. Okay, taking a year of music school and community college doesn't count. But every time it would hit that root note, the guitars would have like these cool phrases extending from it, and it was like they would grow and grow as the verse goes on, or as the song continues, carries on. If you want a similarity to this, I'm going to refer to Baby Metal Mirror Mirror. Now, NEMOPHILA fans, some of them don't like Baby Metal, but let me tell you something. Stocky, a NEMOPHILA member, obviously, you know that, is a fan of Baby Metal. And not only that, you know who composed this song? And I was like, no shit. I don't cuss much on these streams. That was it. That was my one profanity. Watch this stream get a ad limited because they hate me. They hate me. I need to put like, I guess in the dark of my skin or something. I don't know. They just hate me. The composer and lyricist is Ryuji Yokoi. Now, who is that person? Do I have his stuff here? I was like, I think he's a Baby Metal. I think he's a Baby Metal guy. I think I've seen that name before. Ryu Metal. That is that guy. That is that dude right there. Okay. Ryu Metal. He actually did the lyrics and the music for the song Mirror Mirror. So if you listen to Mirror Mirror and listen to Hammer Down, you will hear similarities. It's not you might. It's like you're going to hear the similarities. It's there. It's there. Especially the way the guitars, like the melodic phrasing is where you really hear the similarities in it, especially in the tone. But setting that aside, I mean, that is part of the reason why I like the song. There's a really cool layering effects going on here. The song is really good pacing and some nice change ups. And it is just, there is a part where the song just beautifully transitions to a very, very beautiful solo. Very beautiful solo. Yeah. So yeah, definitely would not skip this song. Then Yell. Our last song is Yell. Yell is our other ballad. It is an arena ballad. It is a, hey, you got a light, you got a lighter on you, you have your cell phone, put on the little flashlight. It's that sort of thing. When you're listening to the song live, that's what's going to happen. People are going to bring out their lighters. Okay, don't even have one on me. How do I smoke cigars? And this is the other stream where I don't have a lighter on me. Okay, you'll be doing this thing. You'll be doing a lot of this. Okay, when you listen to the song live, it is a great way to end the album. I do like Odyssey more. I think Odyssey hits harder on the feels. But Yell has some effects with it too. Like when I was listening to the song for the 17th time, I was like, you know what? I picture when I hear this song? I picture people coming together at the end of a show. Are coming together at an event that celebrates the end of something, like a New Year's Eve party or something, you know? It is just coming together and celebrating the moments y'all experience, what you have, I guess, that you're still alive, that whatever it is you're celebrating, okay? And that I guess together you guys are going to be ready for what comes next. It's just a feel-good, inspirational song. Let me just say this. I probably should have said this in the beginning. There's no way the band would ever see this part. But I will say to the NEMOPHILA ladies, thank you so much. Like, that is the effect that Yell had on me. Like, thank you so much for this album. Thank you so much for that song. Like, I think you guys get it. I think you guys are legit. I think you guys are real. You put a lot of heart and soul into this music, into y'all's performance, and it's just really good. I really like this band. I think we're at the point where we could say love. Okay. Good band. It really is. And yeah, it's just a good way to end it. Just a good way to end the album. Anyway, so would I skip this song? No. I'll let it play. I'll let it feel. I'll let it fill me. That's what she said. What? Okay. So what's our points here? We got 9. 9 out of 10. Not a perfect album, but it's pretty good. So 90%. All right. Hey. I mean, that's Odyssey it anyway. Is that right? We guess Enigma got a 0.5. Yeah, man, like everything else too, like Rise, OSKR, Emma Taraz, Odyssey. I gotta say, my favorites, absolute favorites, are definitely OSKR, Emma Taraz, Alive. Ooh, man. Hammer Down, Justice. Those are gonna get a lot of plays. And let me ask this question: How do you think? I guess the YouTube views are doing. I mean, let's take a look. Let's take a look together. Right now, we're on the song "Hammer Down." Let's check out Enigma. Enigma already has 2.8k views. It has 139 likes. Let's check out OSKR. 308. Couldn't do the 304. Last time I checked before doing the stream, we had 304 likes. OSKR already has 4,000 views. Okay. Cool. That's just gonna get higher. But what I was really looking at, though, what I really see is a lot of people really like OSKR, right? Love to Roz also has like 3,000 views so far and has 191 likes. Some people don't like the song. I don't understand that. Odyssey, I would click on it, but it's going to take me to the music video, so we really can't judge that because that's been out for a while. Alive has 2.6 views and 165 likes. All right. Night Flight probably has the least. I'll guess that. Yeah, 107 likes. It's like a 1.8 thousand views. It's kind of like a ghost town compared to the rest. Wow, not that bad. I mean, it's not one of my streams, but it does have. Night Flight is the weakest song on the album, but don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It doesn't really fit, but at the same time, it's okay because it's only one, and that's all right. I'm okay with that because you might be in the mood when it comes in. You know, it's like, okay, I know this song. I'll let it play. 2.6k views for Justice, 170 likes. Okay. Hammer Down has 221 likes. Dude, I'm still hearing that stillborn. Oh my God. As soon as it starts, I think it's that initial drum. And I'm like, and that just wall of static, the wall of distortion. I'm like, man, I want to listen to Hammer Down when I'm like riding on the Harley. Okay, that's what I want to do. That's going to feel good. And then Yell, 2.k views, under 65. So yeah, I think, the least viewed, the least liked out of that these songs based on the NEMOPHILA YouTube playlist here would be Night Flight. So, yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of this review, fellas. I hope you enjoyed this. No, I really enjoyed this album. I thought it was good. I thought it was good, man. I had a good time listening to it. All right, man. Well, you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble about this song here. Oh, let me see. Were there any questions in the chat? I don't want to just leave just yet if there's questions. NEMOPHILA meets Electric Cowboy. Oh, that's right. Electric Cowboy, Electric Eskimo. Yeah. That's what they say about Night Flight. The tone of her bass is similar to Mother Mary by BLS. Ah, okay. I'll check that out. Oh, Kidden63 agrees with me about Odyssey is so good and very Aerosmith. 100%. If Japan made a Japanese version of Armageddon, which they probably could do. I mean, hey, Japan, now's the time to dominate our movie theaters with good stuff, because I don't know if they've been paying attention, but our studios have been sucking lately and producing shit. Okay, y'all produce some movies. As long as you keep them, don't buy into the woke stuff. That's people are not liking that shit. Anyway, what I'm saying is, if Japan made their version of Armageddon, it's probably gonna be an anime. is there already an anime like of? There probably already is that. They could insert that song, the Odyssey, and it would fit. And let's see, Phoenix has been very, very talkative. So far, my favorite song was Between Justice and Hammer Down. Oh, okay, for different reasons. Both are great in their own way. Just could work as a perfect anime song. Okay. That's right, man. And I'm surprised Night Flight is on the album, being a song they didn't intend to put on an album in general. And yeah, that's kind of the thing, isn't it? I wonder if it was probably a last minute decision, you know? It's not like they don't have other songs that are kind of hidden gems. Like, there's a song called Blooming. You mentioned that, and people are like, you mean like Bandmate Blooming? No. NEMOPHILA has one too. I heard it once. I think I reacted to it once. It was an old video. And, I mean, I would say NEMOPHILA could probably rework that song and make it even. They would probably make it even more like. They would up the production on that song if they were to do it. Oh yeah, being attached to a movie. Oh yeah, you're talking about Odyssey. Yeah, the detective butt detective. That's a funny movie. I gotta check that out. We're gonna have to start using Twitch or Kick for as it's intended. I don't know if I could play full on. I could. I bet you I could play that just fine. That's not gonna be a problem. You know, as I was listening to this album, I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to listen to this album and play some games. I just want to play some Quake or Duke Nukem or I don't know, just a Doom or something. Play some cool, fun action games while listening to really cool music. And I was like, well, that's what the gaming part of this channel should be. What it's supposed to be. And I just have to be more consistent with that. And I think we're going to do that over on Kick. I say that because I don't know, Twitch, I mean, is Twitch okay? It sounds like they're having trouble over there. Anyway, with that said, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for checking this stuff out, man. Love everything I've heard so far. Wanted to ask you if you ever seen that video of NEMOPHILA playing live without Mayu Nachi sings. I have not seen that. I'll have to check it out. Brian Little. I'll give that. I'll look for that video. I'll look for that video and check it out. Well, glad I caught that. With that said, you guys take it easy and have a good one.